excess of it, you know, too much of everything, they say, is not so good. And I think it is needful that once in a while we take our time, you know, and reevaluate our relationship with the people, our loved ones, you know, and that way we will get ahead in life. It's really, really crucial. Yeah.
So that is what has been going on in my life for the past 2 weeks. But immediately I saw you and I was saying, let me just pull her legs with this one. And it's okay, I've heard what you said. But I want to say one thing. Your eyes are so beautiful, Alare.
Oh, thank you.
Say it again, please. Say it again and again.
Thank you.
So it's so good to have you on air today. I hope you're going to do a bit and all about today's topic.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I hope you're going to come back soon. I hope viewers, you hold on us. Just wait and relax with us. We're going to be back very soon.
Step into the heartbeat of the world where news meets real talk. From breakthroughs in diplomacy to humanitarian challenges and scientific milestones, Global Digest takes you beyond the headlines and straight to the heart of the matter. I am Amma Marcus. Be a part of the world unfolding stories at 3 p.m. on ADBN, channel 258 on DSTV, and Star Times, channel 140. Global Digest, your window to the world's current affairs, only on Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Welcome to the Niger Delta, a region of incredible beauty and stark contrast. From its breathtaking landscapes to its rich cultural heritage, this is a place where history and modernity collide. But beneath this serene surface lies a story of struggle and resilience. The Niger Delta is the lifeblood of Nigeria's economy, home to vast oil reserves that fuel the nation, yet it is a land where the people fight for their share of the wealth. Join us on the program Niger Delta Today as we explore the heart of the Niger Delta, discover the vibrant cultures, the struggles for environmental justice, and the stories of the people who call this place home. This is the Niger Delta, a land of contrast, a story of resilience, a journey of hope. Don't miss our exclusive series, Niger Delta Today, every day at 12 noon, only on ADBN TV. Witness the untold stories, experience the journey, be part of the change.
Yeah, welcome back. I'm sorry for that short delay. Today we are going to talk about navigating long-distance relationships. And unfortunately, our guest is still on his way. We hope very soon he's going to be around. So looking at long-distance relationships, you know, there are a lot of interest, non-interest, a lot of issues that comes up with it, and sometimes a lot of confusion as well. So maintaining open, honest and regular communication is the most important aspect of long-lasting distance relationship. So we're going to make a lot of breakages, shake the tables on this one. And I hope as our guest is coming on his way, we are going to do a lot of stuff on that. So Larry, let me ask you a question. You know, a lot of people talk about communication, plan, arrangement, agreement. I like talking about communication a lot in any form of relationship, whether distance or whether close or whatever. But don't you think that anything that has to do with communication in any relationship sometimes to me is like unreal? Sorry to bring that in. Should I say more? Unreal. Why? Because if you are in a long distance relationship already, in a short distance relationship, people find it very difficult to communicate. People find it very difficult to communicate. So how do you start this? What do you think?
Long distance relationship, has its advantages and disadvantages, I must say. As exciting as I was when I knew we're going to be talking about this topic, you know, I had mixed feelings about it as well, because it's a familiar environment to me. Yes, it is a familiar environment. It's an environment that gave me an opportunity to find myself.
Okay.
Yes, just like you said earlier, that you just took some time out, you know, to distance yourself from social media, from the news, from everything, and then just focus on you. Yeah. This long distance relationship, for me, I think it gives you, you know, opportunity to find who you are, what you like, your interests, you know, for you to have your own identity void of your partners. You know, some persons are only known by the names of their spouse.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't have an identity. Someone once said, if your spouse were not to be there, if you were not to be in this relationship that you found yourself, will you live the kind of life that you're living? Will your children attend the kind of schools that they are attending? Will the house you're living in right now, would you also live in the house? And then she said, no. And I'm like, newsflash. I had to sit down and then think. You know, because when you are always attached to somebody, because you're in a relationship, you lose yourself. You lose yourself because you find yourself doing everything to please this person, everything to make sure that you are sufficient enough, you are giving your best, you are meeting this person's need, you are doing this for this person, this family member, that person. It's for everybody else but you. So who are you? If you leave how many % of people today, and then you ask them, if you meet them and you ask them, say, who are you? They don't know. They only know their names.
Yeah, that is actually true. But when you talk about relationships, to me, it's like, okay, you talk about you have a relationship, you have children, everything is now surrounded within the family. You're no longer thinking about yourself. You're no longer doing anything to please yourself. You want to please the entire family and all of that. But I thought you must have thought about all that before you got into the relationship, that marriage is not something that you just come in and now realize yourself.
People don't think about that. For a lot of persons, it's just about the wedding day or people knowing that I am Mrs. This.
Okay.
Very few persons put into consideration the real essence of being in a relationship. Okay. Just the fact that, oh yeah, this person is for me. This person, in fact, this person is mine. You know, they're just it's all about that. It's all about what people see. It's all about what people say. It's not actually what matters. That bond you share, the connection. You know, the fact that this person is for you. You're for the person. Those ones are not important.
So when you're talking about bonding, that is why I say sometimes I don't like this topic. When you were talking about bonding, you thought about it. You saw the guy. You said, oh, I love him. I want to be with him. You started imagining a lot of stuff, what your wedding is going to look like and all of that. The bonding is there. The bonding is there. Everything you do, there's a bonding. Wherever you go, you want to wear something, there's a bonding. You want to wear something that will suit him, it's a bonding. Everything is a bonding. Is it real?
It's real. It's real. It's as real as it gets.
So what happens?
Well, life happens. How we manage these relationships are what happens. And these are the things that affect the relationship. And I hope that our guest today will be able to do justice
to that, because I'm going to fire.
And give us clarity on all these areas.
It's okay. Thanks for being there for us. Our guest has just arrived. And in a few minutes, we're going to get back to you.
No matter wetin I see, enough fit make mouth heavy to talk am. That's now why people dey talk.
You know wetin dey worry you, but you no go fit help yourself.
In this kind of situation now, what if they really no talk to una? Wetin be the way forward?
They go bury our chairman on Thursday. We go remain here.
make we talk good where we dey see good, and when we know say we no dey see good, make we also dey talk am.
No woman, no mother deserve to know the grave of his child.
The bank manager and the bank executive, they are the one the government should first face.
People They Talk, the show on Monday to Friday by 5 p.m. on top ADBN TV.
It is Groovy Mono, aka the Steve's Prince.
Yo, what's up? It's Big Shags. I'm in London.
Hey guys, I'm Princess Jekoko. My name is Mutale Mwanza, the Queen of Zambian Media.
My name is Grand Prince Itek. Hi guys, my name is Baj Adebule. I'm an actor and a filmer.
Hello guys, I'm Falagade Banks.
My name is Kelechi Amadiobi, photographer, storyteller.
My name is Lanradi Dura, I'm an actor.
My name is Chidi Mokime.
Hi, my name is Ucheoba.
It's Touré season.
I'm Miss Thames.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas, I am Jimmy. You can call me The Entertainer.
My name is Essie Odometa. I am an actor and a film producer.
My name is Sobi Kuvala.
Hi. My name is Julius the Genius. I would give a shout out to ADBN.
Big shout out to ADBN TV.
You're watching ADBN.
And you are watching.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
And this is ADBN TV.
And this is a shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching, don't switch the dial.
Shout out to ADBN. Keep watching, love.
And you are watching ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. I've got one thing for you. Make sure you keep watching ADBN TV.
And shout out
to ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. Don't touch the dial.
And you're watching
ADBN TV. Keep watching ADBN TV.
And I'm shouting out to ADBN TV.
They're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV. This is where to be. And you're watching ADBN.
Shout out to
ADBN TV.
And shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching.
And you're watching.
Welcome back, viewers. We have on our show today Dr. Aniebet Umana, a university lecturer at the Akwa Ibom State University. Doctor, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. So we waited a little while for you, but that's okay. We started dealing with the topic, and the topic is navigating long-distance relationships. I hope you got it.
Yes, I did.
I
got that.
You know, my issue with long-distance relationship is, I don't know, it's like raising dust these days.
Yes, it is.
Because the distance relationship had always been. But recently, it's like a lot of people are talking about it, a lot of people are having issues, and it's like something new, and a lot of people want to delve into it and talk so much about it. But what is actually the most important thing when somebody considers having a long-distance relationship?
Okay, thank you so much for having me. First off, long-distance relationship is not a new phenomenon, you know, but it's just that it's receiving a lot of buzz these days because, I mean, life has become a lot more fluid than it was some time ago. With the advent of technology and technological devices, we have a lot of information flying everywhere. So being apart from a loved one, sometimes it is something you cannot help. You know, you can't help it. It happens. Somebody has to travel for work. Somebody, maybe you didn't start out that way, or maybe you started out that way, as it was in my case. While I was courting, a good part of that courtship happened apart. And then someone was asking me, how did you cope? How did you cope? In fact, for 2 years prior to our wedding, we were in different states.
It was not easy.
It was not easy. And I want to thank that network that gave us midnight calls free.
Wow, that
we
was a nice
fired
one.
calls. Like, you would literally not sleep. You would wait for 12:30, you know, and then you would begin to talk about how your day went and all that. So there are lots of sacrifices and nuances and dynamics of maintaining long-distance relationships. That's why some people say, oh, it's a no-brainer for me. I don't want it. If I can't see you 24 hours a day, then I'm not doing this. But some other people, well, they would go ahead and then know how to manage this relationship in such a way that, I mean, it's not always going to be long distance. They can now bridge that distance and then have a loving family out of it.
Now, concerning long-distance relationship, there is people say it causes personal growth and independence.
I agree to it. I agree to it to the extent
personal
that
growth and independence.
In fact, a friend told
encouraging the individual to develop and.
A friend told me I don't want to stay in the same space as my husband.
From the beginning.
From the beginning, they are operating their marriage long distance marriage. We're even talking long distance relationship, like okay, a prelude to this one. In the course of this marriage, she just enjoys that space. You know, different. Strokes for different folks, if you ask me. I see that maybe that person really enjoys that independence, ability to. The other one said that let me just miss my spouse for a while.
Scarcity.
That absence makes the heart go fonder. And so, well, different strokes for different folks. But like I said, there are dynamics to people who find themselves, you know, in that inevitability. They have to navigate it and know how to keep communication open, fluid, honest, you know, to be able to, because it's very difficult to build trust across distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Doctor, at this junction, all right, I would like to ask, since you've been there before, you've won the shoe before, there's something about emotional connection, all right? Yeah. And it's one very vital role that it plays in a relationship. How then do you sustain a strong emotional connection with somebody that is so far away?
Wow. That's beautiful. You know, emotional connection can actually travel through distance. Because our emotions are not sacrosanct to where we are. Our emotions are intangible. You cannot see the emotions. So if I can speak with you across the table and you can feel me, I believe I can speak with you across the phone and you would still feel me.
For a long period of time?
Well, I would not encourage it for a long period of time. Hello? Because you would just be setting yourself up. There has to be plans. See, if this is a marriage situation, you have entered the marriage. You have to agree on some plan. Okay? Are we going to visit once a year, twice a year, thrice a year? Like I said, when I was 7 and my relationship was long distance, we communicated every day over the phone. And then I visited this state 3 times in that year. Okay. And in the next year, he visited 4 times in that year. Okay. So at least we could know that, okay, let me bear it for a quarter. And after a quarter, I'll get to see my loved one. We'll get to talk, and then we'll catch up maybe a week, and then the person now travels back to work or travels back for whatever engagement the person has. But if it is like one endless absence that, oh, I don't even know when I'm going to see you. Oh, I don't know when your papers will be processed for me to see you. Oh, I'm not even sure you'll be able to, you know, navigate your way and get over to where I am. And then I think the person is just putting that individual in a position where the person will burn endlessly, because emotions need outlets.
Now, you said something, all right? Yeah. You said something that in a year, you'd have to visit like 3 times, and then he comes, you know, about 4 times, you know, the other year. And one of the things I know, you know, in relationship that it's pictures, memories. Yeah. You get these 3 times of visit or 4 times, does it give you enough memory that by the time you leave for the next 3 months, it can sustain, you know, that emotional connection for that period of time?
Yes, it does, because I think that what breaks relationships is largely dishonesty. Dishonesty. Because if we are building true memories, we are building true communication, we are being open, we are being honest, we are being sincere. If I tell you I'm in my room, I'm in my room. If I tell you I'm in my school, or I'm on the street, or I'm hanging out with a friend, then you can trust that. Then I think we'll be able to sustain. Why people panic in relationships is because of distrust. And how does distrust come? Lies, white lies, blue lies, red lies, all manner of lies, you know, that people say. Once the other partner discovers, oh, who was that in that room? You say it was a rat, you know. Then the person will feel that absence will now deepen. Because, I mean, I can't trust you. But if there is trust, I mean, you can just cope. You catch up. Even in those 3 months of, 3 months absence and 1 month 1 week presence. Do you know we still found time to quarrel within that 1 week?
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yes, because this is a real relationship. We are talking through some things. We are growing. Don't forget, especially those early passes, the part you're still growing, you're still discovering yourself.
Okay.
The other person is still learning what makes you tick. The other person is still learning what gets you offended. And so if you're true and real, I mean, you should be able to share all of these kind of emotions, honestly, sincerely, enjoying the process as
But
you know, you
I was thinking about something as you were talking.
Okay, ma'am.
What kind of long distance relationship are we talking about? Is your spouse in Ghana? Is your spouse in the US? Is your spouse in UK? Is your spouse in Aba? Is your spouse in any of the closer states around? So I want you to just break into two. Which part do you actually...
I think there are long distance relationships and there are extremely long distance intercontinental relationships.
Intercontinental relationships.
So I think, you know, see, and someone can stay in the US and visit Nigeria or any other part of the world more frequently than someone that is in Enugu and finds reason not to visit even when the person can. It depends on interest and availability of resources. Because sometimes the partner may want to sincerely, honestly bridge that distance at least maybe twice or thrice a year, but may not be able to. In that case, what I would advise would be do all that you can to bridge that gap where you can. Sometimes somebody needs to sacrifice for that union. Yes, somebody needs to shift grounds. Yes, somebody needs to compromise. I remember there was another time, you know, in my marriage. This marriage has not been so long, but I mean, we've had all manner of experiences. I've been 13 years married now.
Wow, that's
good. So in this first year of our marriage, my husband was now transferred, you know, to close by Cross River State, you know, for a pastoral assignment. And I remember even my pastor was telling me, oh no, you stay here because you were working here, and then he will go there and you know, soften the ground, and then you will now meet with him. Later, I told him, sir, please, this is a young marriage. I couldn't. I'm going to, you know, so I had to quit that job and move towns. Yes, I did.
You just couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait. This was a 6-month-old marriage. I couldn't, you know, imagine that he was going to be someplace else, and I'll be here trying to be a career woman and all of that. So I did, and then at some point, after 4 years, and I had, you know, this lecturing job. I moved back to the state. He was still there for a year. Then he now, you know, came back, and then we are here. So if I did not sacrifice or compromise or shift grounds to move out with him, possibly he would not also find reason to move when my career also moved. So I think it's a give and take. The people, I know there are dynamic cases, you know, or peculiar cases rather. But whatever your own case is, since it's a two-way thing, give and take, I believe that somebody has to always be the one, you know, to offer. Who knows, something better can even come for you if in love, sincerely, you sacrifice for your family.
So what were your preferred communication tools during those times?
Okay, phone calls, long conversations. Oh, we'll converse and sleep. Are you sleeping? I said, no, I'm not sleeping. How we continue talking. And then for my partner was not, is not really an expressive person. So I used to feel a little bit frustrated because I'm like, you're not talking. He said, I've finished telling you everything. Now I said, no.
That was actually what I wanted to bring up.
I had time
in the area of
exactly.
In the area of communication, because a lot of people do not talk too much.
So it's suspicious when you don't talk too much. You know, for me,
you should have known that your husband doesn't talk too much. You should have known all of these things.
Yes, but then you know that distance. I'm looking for you talked about emotions. I'm looking for what to feel me. You know, I want to feel you. At least let me just hear that your voice. So he will now tell me, oh yeah, tell me what you want me to tell you. And so yeah, tell me about what you ate. So he will now find a topic to converse. So I mean, it can be laborious, but I think it is worth it. Understanding, you know, plays a very major role. Understanding, you know, that sometimes the other person may be tired. The other person may return from work late. If your time zones are not the same, You know, this other person may be waking up when you're sleeping. So there are lots of dynamics to be worked out. But bottom line, both of you should strike an understanding, and then at the end of the day, both of you should be good for it.
Yeah. Alare, I wanted to actually ask you about the control of your emotions. You need to find yourself, or whether you're already there.
I think that everybody is there at some point.
Okay.
All right? Everybody is there at some point. And maybe I would come back to it after we take a few tweets. All right. So we have a tweet from Malaysia. He said, being in a long-distance relationship is very hard to tell. He said, don't really know what it's like to think of the other person before you sleep. So you don't know something of their personality and their attractive qualities, but you don't know the full reality. Say, can it work? Yes, it can. Yeah. All right, so another person says here, a long-distance relationship is okay as long as you two communicate and trust each other. So no matter how busy the person is, if they love you, they will make time for you. Okay. All right, so we have another one here. It's a long-distance relationship can work if you actually like the person. If you actually like the person.
Yeah.
I would say long-distance relationship can work and it can also not work.
Yeah.
The effort, as Doctor has already said, is for everybody, to put in the work. You were trying to ask me something with this...
emotional...
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to ask you how you can control your emotions, in a long-distance relationship. That is, you get it. Why are you making your eyes like that?
Because you cannot control your emotions.
Because this emotion, let me
how do you there are sometimes, look, we are all at some point, like I was trying to say, we are all at some point in a long-distance relationship. I tell you that 3 of us can be seated here like this, and you can be on your phone for the most of the time. That one is pure long-distance relationship, don't you know? Because you two can be together, but at the same time, you are not together. I feel it's also another form of...
An emotional distance relationship.
So
we could tag that.
Yeah, so the emotions, it comes at some point, and then it also goes off too at some point. It's somehow you just find a balance. I think you cry some, you laugh some, you communicate with the other person some, just as she was saying, that she still finds, time to quarrel. I want to even ask, Doctor, please, how do you guys resolve these quarrels? Like Mama would say, she asked me, say, is it real? How would you resolve these quarrels, because some persons grow up in an environment where trust is already broken. Trust is already broken. So every little thing, they're suspicious. They're suspicious of this, suspicious of that. And then you are now in a long-distance relationship with somebody like that. And maybe the person is now an introvert. Well, how then do you find your way, navigate around all the prayer points that we call
You see, some people are not intentional about their relationships.
All right.
When you get to that point of intentionality, what happens is that you are like a goalkeeper. You are ready. You are attentive. You are observant. You know your partner's off moments. You are not judgmental. If and when you notice that, hey, I'm not the reason for this mistrust, I think you brought it from your background. What happens is that you have to step back a bit from being in that position of judging, of saying, hey, I wasn't wrong. And you step into your understanding mode, and you make, a commitment to yourself, like, I'm going to walk you through this. Some things take time. Time is another currency when we're talking about, this kind of
and it goes with patience.
Yes, a lot of patience. So you observe. When the person gets to find out that over time, you are understanding, you're caring, you're not like other people, you're not like my stepmom or my stepdad or my grandparent or somebody, you know, one abuser or someone that caused that trauma, then the person will be able to trust you enough to open up. Even introverts talk. Introverts become a lot more extroverted, you know, with the person that they trust. You feel they don't talk if they come into a room, but if they are with their partner that understands them, they will talk and then connect, you know, in very good frequencies. So I feel that patience, love, trust over time. Some people don't give things time. You just feel that relationship you started today should sink. You know, as marriage counselors, we've seen things. One ran into our office and then was saying he wants to divorce his wife. Why do you want to divorce her? He said, she's so bad at communication. She does not talk to him. They can be in that thing you said, they can be in the same space. She's just all over her phone. So I asked him, I said, how long have you been married? He said, a year. I said, okay, let me give you benefit of the doubt. Now, how long did you court? Did you know her as your friend before you got married? He said 6 months. I said, you have not started. You are in the crash of this relationship. Disregard the fact that you're married. You've not had time to befriend your spouse. So get back to that patience board and say, I admire you. And I said, that's your thing. Right now, it's 21 years of friendship that you're seeing and marrying. You are seeing and marrying. We have had our own cat and dog thing. So now everybody knows what irritates the other person. You know that if I ask a question, I would need an answer. Not just because I'm bossy, but because that answer is going to help my next line of action. Yes. So you just pity your partner and be the best version of you.
So, you know, there's something about infidelity in marriages, in relationships. They think before you so there's we cannot really rule that out, infidelity in relationships. So in a long distance relationship, how do you think that can be handled? And so what extent can it work?
The rate of infidelity already in marriages is alarming. Now to bring long distance into the equation,
the extra trust.
It will triple the potential. Holding back yourself, discipline, staying true to your vows. And like I said, you pay the price and go and see your partner as much as you can, as much as you can, so that you don't burn. Yes, you feel that gap. So that other things, you know, there are lots of perversions that are happening. Lots of perversions. And some self-help coping mechanisms they're actually spoiling marriages. For example, if you now subscribe to some kind of toys or self-help things, you know, at the end of the day, whenever you meet your spouse, it can damage that relation. So it's not just the presence of another person, but the presence of other things too, you know, that people use to try to cope in that. That's why if I have a choice, I would not go for a long distance relationship. If I have a choice, I wouldn't.
All right. Hear that.
Well, like she says, different strokes for different folks. Now, for you that has been in long distance relationship, I have this very, very important question. How do you create shared experiences, memories, and intimacy in a long distance relationship? I rest my case. And intimacy, remember, how do you create it?
The beautiful, long distance relationship also has its advantages, you know. So one of the beautiful things about a long distance relationship is that it makes you look forward to that relationship, look forward to the next moment. So you can actually curate experiences that you want to share. For example, I want to go to the cinema, or I'm going to be giving you life updates on what. So it keeps my partner, you know, on his toes, like, oh, what is she going to be up to this weekend? You know, how was work? We catch up and all of that, you know. And the special moments, the birthdays, you can spring surprises. I mean, I've had cases of people you traveled, you went to London, and then flower and cards and gifts are waiting for you over there. So there's a lot of, you know, things that can still happen across the distance that love cannot be caged. You can find ways to express your love over distance, over time. You know, but like I would always run down to my bottom line is, as much as you can, find a way and meet with your partner.
At any point you grew, you know, tired of trying to create, you know, these memories, because it just makes you're always on your toe, wanting to do one thing or the other, you know, just for the relationship to keep thriving, you know. Was that, were you never exhausted?
Exhausted? No, because it had a time frame.
Okay.
I don't know if you do we use local language here?
Break it down.
Because I went to say, okay, that if this war has an expected date, even the lame person will be able to escape, because the date is announced before time. Okay, so this one had a time. We knew that, okay, by July of this, you're going to be done with this program, and I'm going to have you back. Let me share one very funny thing that happened after all of this. So I was supposed to travel like in a week, and in that week, I would call and he would talk with me. And then after a while, he was not taking my call. I said, what? He said, end now, because it's past the time you should come back, and you're not back, so stay there. I said, hey, that's how I packed my bag. I said, no.
And you said, no way.
I need to
unless there is a time frame.
Yeah, so the time helps to, you know, you just defer whatever feeling you know that it is going to be handled very soon, in close range.
How do you manage growth during this period of long-distance relationship?
Oh, that's a good opportunity to grow. You know, when your partner is around, you know, you're choking each other here and there, taking up space, time, you know, and all of that. But if and when your spouse is maybe across or wherever, you have a lot of me time. You have a lot of time to take on courses. You have time to learn new skills. You have time to focus on yourself, your own growth, and also to encourage your partner to grow as you're growing along.
What if you have children and then it's not just one or two, you know, and it's just you know, with the children.
Yeah, with the children.
How do you manage
with the children, it's actually very cumbersome, because I mean, it took two to tango and bring the children. So whenever a parent has to be with the other one has to make up for it. FaceTime, a lot of money. Yes, because children require upkeep. So the person that is with the children would need a lot of resources to make up, just to cushion.
To cover up.
Yes,
and
to
feeling.
cushion. Oh, we want to go out, we can go out. We have a mode of transportation and all of that. You know, so that would help.
Okay. So I wanted to ask, is there no feeling of pain?
Oh, there's a subtle pain. Very subtle pain. When the weather is very cold and everybody's and you're just like, oh, when? when? So, I mean, that pain is there. But I think that's what makes the reconnection sweeter. Yes, it does. It makes the bond stronger. Okay. Very strong, yes.
So because when the issue of like hurt brings in pain, that period, that moment, probably the children are asleep and you're on your corner and he's at his corner. How do you handle that moment?
Well, if they're in the same space.
Yeah,
oh,
sure.
Same space.
Just come around. Yeah.
Same space is human relationships. I mean, it's an amalgamation of pleasure and pain.
Okay.
Yeah. So your ability to handle your pain in such a way that it does not destroy the pleasure you have the potential to enjoy is a lot of wisdom. That's where you know, this program comes in handy. You know, helping us to know how to navigate here, there. So I mean, when you're going through pain, be patient, be prayerful. When you're going through pain, don't allow your emotion to take the greater part of you, because emotions cannot be trusted. Your emotions are fleeting. They come and they will go. Don't allow it to take the better sense of your reasoning. Still keep an eye on the vision of your partnership, on the bigger picture. And if you do that, when this emotion recedes, you wouldn't have said something that would be very destructive to your union.
Moment.
Believe me, there are some pain that are necessary for growth. It's like wanting to give birth to a child. There's a lot of discomfort that comes with it. There's a lot of pain that comes with it. But after that pain, purpose is being birthed. So there are relationships that become purified in the process of somebody going through a pain. Going through a pain, somebody decides, no, I'm going to go back to school. Going through a pain, somebody decides, no, I'm going to pursue my visions and pursue business. And at the end of the day, the family is fine for it.
Oh. So how then do you handle, what are your strategies? What were your strategies, you know, in making time for both of you?
Okay.
Yes, what were your strategies?
Well, strategy number one, be committed to knowing that your partner still needs you, even though you're not in the same space.
Okay.
Know that. That we are not in the same city does not mean that, oh, we are not going to, this relationship is still ongoing. You are still married to the person, or you're still engaged to the person, or you're still friends with that person. So you have to make out time, T-I-M-E, time. You have to give words of reassurances and words of affirmation. Say it. Don't say, I'm feeling it in my heart. Say it. Say, I love you. I'm going to be there for you. Don't worry. It's just 1 year. I'm going to be back, you know, or you're going to come over. Then make sure that you spring surprises here and there. I mean, that's like a fuel. That's a booster that announces to everyone that, hey, come on, there's still somebody in this person's life. And then make sure you give every other thing that you can to be faithful to that relationship. It creates a lot of rest and reassurance for your partner, and I think it makes the love relationship better.
Funky Mama, you know, I heard there's this lady that said, I don't like honesty. She said, I like transparency. To a large extent, I think I was interested as well, because something births the other. And people that are not good in communication, in communication, how do you think, you know, they can manage being transparent enough? Because no matter how much I tell you that, okay, this is where I am at the moment, when there is an issue, there is an issue. Doctor, please help us on this issue.
Yeah, please.
I think I would need definition of operational terms here, because, I mean, what is the difference between honesty and transparency? Honesty would mean telling the truth.
Yes,
and then transparency would mean what?
Showing.
Being
like
open,
you're just
being open
before
all the
I
time.
ask you.
I'm already in the know.
Okay, transparency as relating that honesty.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think they thrive on the same idea. I want you to know if they are opposites. So if it's the same thing, you cannot not be transparent, because you will leave room for suspicion. And you could be honest, but if you're not transparent, it could be deceptive to that partner. You will leave the person. See, please, don't allow, your partner is not a mind reader. So you know, I was in the office. No, it's not a mind reader. Communicate, be transparent with your honesty. So be transparent about it. Remove everything doubt. Please don't say, it's overbearing. How do I need to explain myself? Yes. Especially across distance. Oh, you have a lot. You can explain. You can explain.
So keep it.
Yeah, to keep that trust thriving, it would need that measure of transparency.
So, do you have any other thing to say before I ask my last question? Dr. Jost, we're going to run off very soon because we're almost done here. Sometimes people look at the word mature. Sometimes they use it as a verb. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a descriptive word. Someone say, you're not matured. You're not matured. It's not supposed to be so you're not mature. If you're not mature, you're not mature. You are unmature. So sometimes in a long distance relationship like that, how can you navigate the word mature, having high understanding of who your spouse is at this distance? How much can you trust? How much can you deal with her and you're not scared of anything? How do you handle maturity?
The mature part of partnership or in relationship, it has to be a two-way thing. There's nothing more frustrating than a mature person relating with an amateur. Let me use your word. Because you're going to be expecting what's not available.
Okay.
So I expect that you should give me a listening ear and then the person does not understand that, and he or she feels that communication just means talking. I mean, I had to learn that. I'm very much the expressive person, so I felt like, oh, you say we should communicate, and you know, you can go ahead ranting, talking,
and
not necessarily, but
something.
you are not careful to listen. It means you're not mature. So I had to learn the fine art of listening, the fine art of showing empathy. That it didn't happen to you does not mean that you should invalidate somebody else's feeling. Yeah, that you didn't go through it does not mean that it's not real. So empathy, understanding, extending forgiveness. Because many times some people feel, oh, if we're in a relationship, it has to be all correct. No, there are times that your partner will.
Anyways, we have taken so much,
Yeah.
and this program has been very rewarding. There are certain things I've learned in it because I don't like it. But it's okay. It's good for people that are able to do it. I don't old, I'm a grandma. It's really wonderful. Do you have anything to tell the viewers? Or?
Okay.
From what I've learned from Doctor, at least, Doctor said time. There must be time frame for this long distance relationship. That when there is no time frame, then there would be issues that will amount to it.
So what do you say to the viewers?
What I would love to leave is that love is not just a feeling, love is a decision. So if you decide, I'm going to love this person, whether the person is close by you or has need to be away from where you are, just know that the tenets of that relationship, if it's a married relationship or you're engaged, just know that it holds sacrosanct. Please do your best to be your best.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anibet. We're happy to have you. Alare, my new.
Thank you, Funky Grandma.
So, thank you so much, viewers. That's how I thought we could go. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye from us.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
No matter wetin I see, enough fit make mouth heavy to talk am. That's now why people dey talk.
You know wetin dey worry you, but you no go fit take help yourself.
In this kind of situation now, what if they really no talk to una? Wetin be the way forward?
They go bury our chairman on Thursday. We go remain here.
Make we talk good where we dey see good, and where we know say we no dey see good, make we also dey talk am.
No woman, no mother deserve to know the grave of his child.
The bank manager, the bank executive, they are the one the government should first face.
People They Talk, the show on Monday to Friday by 5 p.m. on top ADBN TV.
In a world of overwhelming voices where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
For all the football you want, starting from 5,100 Naira per month.
Tell me you have good news.
I'm trying my best, Jaja.
No, you're not a slave.
I am trying to help you, and you make a mockery of me.
Okay, calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down. She always does this. You didn't mind. Answer me. For you to die.
It is Groovy Mono, aka the Steez Prince.
Yo, what's up? It's Big Shags. I'm in London.
Hey guys, I'm Princess Jekoko. My name is Mutale Mwanza, the queen of Zambian media.
My name is Grand Friends iTech. Hi guys, my name is Baj Adebule. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello guys, I'm Falagade Banks.
My name is Kelechi Amadiobi, photographer, storyteller. My name is Lanradi Dura. I'm an actor.
My name is Chidi Mokemenya.
Hi, my name is Uche Uba.
It's Tobe Season.
I'm Miss Thames.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas. I am Jimmy. You can call me the Entertainer.
My name is Essie Odometa. I am an actor and a film producer.
My name is Sobi Kuvala.
Hi. My name is Julius the Genius. I would give a shout out to ADBN.
Big shout out to ADBN TV.
You're watching ADBN.
And you are watching.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
And this is ADBN TV.
And this is a shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching, don't switch the dial.
Shout out to ADBN. Keep watching, love.
And you are watching ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. I've got one thing for you. Make sure you keep watching ADBN TV.
And shout out
to ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. Don't touch the dial.
And you're watching
ADBN TV. Keep watching ADBN TV.
And I'm shouting out to ADBN TV.
You're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV. This is where to be. And you're watching ADBN.
A shout out to
ADBN TV.
And shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching.
And you're watching ADBN TV.
keep watching ADBN TV.
Right now you are checking out ADBN TV. One time.
ADBN. Keep watching. I love you and kisses.
Keep watching ADBN.
And a special shout out to ADBN. Keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Please don't touch that dial.
Stay groovy.
Mwah.
Hey, Bobby.
Ha!
It's a shout out to ADBN.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Welcome to the world where innovation meets opportunity, where ideas become empires. This is Market TV.
I am Idorian Flannan, and every week I'll be taking you inside the dynamic world of marketing and commercial business.
From groundbreaking startups to big businesses, Market TV brings you the best pricing and latest goods on display.
It's all about understanding your audience and staying ahead of the trends.
Witness the creative processes that drive the various brands.
Join us as we dive deep into the strategies that shape the commercial landscape. From streets to traditional advertising and social media, we cover it all.
Whether you're a seasoned professional or an aspiring entrepreneur,